Hey guys, it is Viking Airsoft here, and it's late night. We're in our pajamas. Forgive us. I got my buddy here. I forgot your channel's name.
Wolf Sniper.
Wolf Sniper. If y'all please, I'm trying to be careful. Kind of everybody's asleep, so and the camera has to be far away. I don't got a microphone yet, but I just wanted to do an actual top 11 things new players either mistake or forget. Just in general, just new player mistakes. So I'm going to be sipping on my drink every now and then because my throat's dry. Okay. I know it's unprofessional, forgive me. So I got a little list here. So, the number one thing is, most of the time, new players, they will not check their field, like entry price, let's say rentals if they don't have a gun, or the field rules, and when they get there, they're surprised by everything. And, you know, they're just completely caught off guard because they don't know the rules and they haven't studied them or anything. So, they go on the field, they can make a mistake, and if it's really bad, they can get kicked out. Doesn't matter if it's a very serious rule break, they're going to kick you out, whether if you're new or not. You got anything on that?
Nothing.
Okay, that one we're brief on, and we're probably going to be brief on a lot of these, but I'm going to do the best I can. And the number two is too many attachments, and this is his gun. So it's almost like every new player, they think that they need a cool silencer or a brand new sight. You don't need any of this.
Or going over to board with like attachments, like getting a new stock,
yeah.
You know.
Buying new attachments, you know, PEC boxes, flashlights, forward grips, silencers, fancy stuff that if you're just starting out, you don't need to buy because you still don't know if you're actually into it. Yes. And that's another thing. I guess you can put it as a bonus. Don't buy a new gun unless you tried it. Go and rent a gun because if you buy one, and let's say you buy a $100 gun and you don't end up liking it, either you're going to have to sell that gun or it's going to sit on your shelf and collect dust, and that's $100 wasted. Or
you can see if you can try it out at the shooting range if they have one, you know.
Yeah, some fields might have like a testing range, and you know, you might borrow a gun from a friend. I got 2 of them, and if somebody needed to borrow one, I'd probably like take something from them so I make sure I get it back. But you can, you know, just ask your friend that plays airsoft. You know, main thing is also go to friends who play airsoft. There, you're gonna be your best source of information. Okay, anything else?
I'm good on that.
Okay, so I got this new little feature as an ammo can. Number 3 is not enough ammo. Catch this if it falls.
Alright.
So, some people say don't buy Crossman, crappy BBs, you know, and I can completely understand that. If you can look at the BBs and they don't have a seam on them, to me, they're pretty good. These are a bunch of mixed-matched BBs that I got when I first ever started. A buddy of me gave a big box of airsoft parts, and it had a whole bunch of BBs. And this is literally all of them. I just grabbed an empty Elite Force bottle from my local field. They said I could have it, so I just took it and poured them all in here. But this is my emergency only ammo. I don't really go to this just because it is cheap ammo. But if worst comes to worst, I have ammo that can last me until I get good ammo. And also, if you have a little bit of ammo left like I do for my pistol, don't just hope for the best and go to a game, because if you do run out of ammo, you're going to wish you bought more. If you think you don't have enough, you more than likely don't have enough. I need a refill soon. I don't use my pistol that often, so I'm pretty good, but I am going to get more, hopefully for Christmas. At the time this video is it's before Thanksgiving, but okay, anything you need.
For the BBs, buy the right BBs that's right for your gun, like .20s, .25, and so on, you know. Don't just get what you...
Go ahead. For your standard rifle, like an assault rifle, you can get .20s, .25s. For a sniper rifle, you're going to want a heavier BB, like .40s. Novrich BBs are pretty good to buy. They're set. They're like 3.5s to 4.0s. Just, again, if you want to go play as a sniper, ask somebody who plays as a sniper what's to use and what's good and what's not. Okay, that was number 3. Let me mark these off as we go so I don't. Sorry, unprofessional.
Don't worry about it, you're good.
Okay. Too much gear. Okay. you're just starting out, you don't really know the basics, okay? And you always see, like, let's say you got this favorite airsofter, where he has the plate carrier, he has the full uniform set, you know, he looks awesome. But that stuff can get heavy. And if you're just starting out, like, let's say you were me, I didn't really go outside that much. So, all that stuff with a real heavy is going to weigh you down, you're going to get tired. I literally wore for not my first game. For my first game, I did have all the gear. You don't need to do that before you go to your first game, but I did because I was set and determined to play airsoft. You know, this is something I loved. I loved the look of it because I had plans on joining the military. And I had my buddy over. He didn't even have a uniform. He just threw on a bunch of clothes and made it look pretty good. He had a belt. He made his own gear.
Yes.
But I literally had a BDU set, M81 Woodland. If I talk fast, I'm sorry. And a pair of combat boots. And eventually I got a vest, and I went on the day it was too hot, and I didn't bring that. I'm gonna get on that. I didn't bring water, and that's gonna be later in the video. But you see, you have these guys who have these big old plate carriers. You know, it's hard to see, but you know, this might look pretty cool to some people, but it's heavy. You know, it weighs a lot. These aren't good mags. I wore this for Halloween, and I threw some dummy mags in there.
Help out a little bit.
Yeah, just for looks. Yeah, here we go. See, I got a knife, you know, but you see, you don't need to remake this. If you want, I put this to the way it worked for me. You know, you might want to recreate a chest rig or a plate carrier from a guy that you've seen in a movie. Don't, because in the real military, don't, because that's how they set it up for them to work. It could work for them, but it doesn't work for you. See, my buddy, I'm sorry, I betrayed you.
Go ahead.
But see, this dude right here is our sniper in my squad, and so he ran a light build. He ran a simple battle belt harness with a couple of pouches, and he can carry a water bottle, his magazines, and he usually only has one sniper mag. He carries like extra BBs and a speed loader. He'll just jam in there. It's also like a high cap, I believe.
200 rounds.
Yeah, and that's going to be later. And he has a pistol. And see, he is a sniper, so he has to go prone. So the way he has to have set up is he can go prone without really anything blocking him.
Yes.
So see, he has to travel light. See.
Oh, you're good. She's been through rough.
This ain't that professional. Again, I do apologize. But I lost my train of thought. See, he needs to travel light because he's our sniper. He's not in the front combat. He's pretty far back, giving us support fire. Okay, so that was too much gear.
Don't worry about the
Yeah.
mag.
Now what I want to go is with no communication. Okay, when you actually first start out, you might not have a squad. You know, when I first started out, I really didn't. Me and him played together, but we weren't a squad. But he had walkie-talkies.
Yes.
He had some simple. He had simple, tiny walkie-talkies that you can get at Walmart. These worked perfect between just me and him. But excuse me, when we went to a bigger game, I don't have editing software, so you just get it all as it is. But when we went to a bigger game, all these people had Baofangs, and these couldn't connect to them. So when you get started, these are good between your own squad, but these won't connect to Baofangs like most airsoft players had. So I ordered me a Baofang. This is very good. I really haven't been able to use it. It's a complicated setup. The directions aren't clear to me. I'm working on it. I will do an unboxing. It will be already open, but I'll just kind of open it up and just show you what you get in it, or something like that. It's weird, I know. When I got it, I was too excited. I just opened it straight up. You're going to want to get one of these because this is basically what almost everybody has. They have larger versions. They have this version, and it's just, this is what most people use. It's a good communication system. If everybody uses it, it has to be good. Doesn't have to be, but it has to be good enough for people to actually use it. Okay. Don't go get real military radios just because those probably don't connect to these. Because the real military, I don't think, uses Baofangs. They have something else, which is, I don't know. Again, I'm not actually part of the military yet, but I'm working on it. And, Okay, for number 6, don't be a lone wolf. Okay, you might think it's pretty cool. You might think it's pretty cool to be a lone wolf. You know, the lone wolf was always the cool guy. He's the hero. He always saves everybody. But those are movies. There's not really been any stories that I've heard in actual combat of a guy going off on his own and he doesn't have trouble.
Unless you practice and get really good at it.
If you practice, yeah, I can understand, but you still want to work with a squad. Just
for
because,
safety reasons.
Not just safety. This name, it's the saying you're stronger in numbers. You know, you need to work with a group. They can cover you, and you can cover them. You know, now he will go off on his own, but if I need him, if I need somebody to, I'll send a rifleman with him to cover his back.
Yes.
Because a sniper cannot look for a target and watch his back at the same time. So just don't be a lone wolf, okay?
Yes.
Skirmishes, you know, everybody's doing their whole thing. That's not really a lone wolf scenario. That's just people just shooting. But if you want to go to a Milsim games, there's no such things as lone wolves, okay? Okay, number 7, not bringing in water. Okay, that was my biggest mistake when I first played. I brought Pepsi. Don't. I threw up. I got so overheated, I threw up, and I just left. I was embarrassed. It was funny, but it wasn't fun at the time. So now I always bring 2 to 3 2-liter bottles of water, and I have a hydration pack with me, or canteen. You do need to bring a whole bunch of water. You know, there's never too much water to bring, especially on a really hot day in the middle of summer. You know, at one of my last games I went to, we had at least probably 3 or 4 guys drop of dehydration just because they didn't have proper hydration systems or anything, and we had to carry them off the field. They didn't have to go to the hospital. We just had to load them up and take them off the field. We gave them water, and they were fine. You need to do anything with that?
Going with the drinks like water. Yes, bring water. That's important for y'all. Though, that drink, Monster energy drinks, Red Bull, and that stuff. Limit your drinking. Like, if you want to drink 2 Red Bulls, drink only 2 Red Bulls and go to water. I mean, you could switch it up. Drink water, 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 and if you want to drink your Red Bull, drink a Red Bull, and then do it for the same for
Really? Don't. If you're gonna go to a big game, they always tell everybody this. Start drinking water the day before the game, because that gives you everything to kind of flush out everything bad. I don't know the whole science behind it, but I know it works. Okay, I've been drinking water. That's what's in this cup right here. It's water.
Yes.
It's a lot healthier. I know some people, you know, you probably hear that from everybody, but it is. And trust me, you won't have to stop and get a drink every 2 seconds with drinking water. You can drink a little bit of water, and you're good for a good 10, 20, maybe even 30 minutes before you got to get more. Okay, for getting enough money, that's a big deal. You know, if you go to a game, you know, you got your standard entry fee, but you always want to bring extra money in case you need food, you do need more water, or let's say you need to buy CO2, BBs, gas, batteries, anything. Batteries will come later. Just don't be stuck without the money that you need.
Going with food, unless you're those type of people that want to be on a budget. Like, yes, bring extra food. Extra money. Excuse me. Bring extra money still, but if you're those type of people that don't want to buy food, bring like a lunchbox, like what you bring to school or stuff like that. You know, bring something like that. Or
Throw something in here. Okay, is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought. What I was gonna say, I had something to do with bring money. Yeah, you don't want to have to cut your day short just because you ran out of BBs and you don't have the money to buy more. It sucks to have to run your day short just because you run out of BBs and you can't afford more.
And that would be a bummer.
Because not everybody wants to give you like 5,000 more BBs to finish the day out. You know, most of the time BBs aren't cheap. You know, they are, but they still are kind of on the expensive side. But of course, I don't really have a job yet. I don't got my own money, so to me, they're expensive just because I don't usually have the money. But to other people who have jobs, they're probably cheap compared to them. You can probably get a bottle of like 10,000 Crossmen for like $10, I think, at Walmart. Crossmen are good. I've used them. I've had no problem with them. Okay. Number 9. Don't start with a sniper rifle. Don't. Whatever you do. See, even him, my sniper, he started out with a Lancer Tactical AEG M4.
Yes.
That's what I started out with. It's just recommended that you start with an AEG just so you get the basics.
And the feel of it, you know.
And it's... I was watching this video, and that's what inspired me to make this video. And he works for, I think it was Airsoft GI. And he's the big, fluffy guy. I'm not going to be rude if he's not fat. I don't mean to be rude. But, like, he said he hates to break the... Whenever he sees, like, a little 10-year-old kid come in and wanting to play Airsoft and he wants a bolt-action sniper rifle, he hates to see the kids struggle with pulling the bolt back because most of the time the spring is really stiff and they just can't pull it back. And and if they can, it's still... Maybe they hardly could. If you can get it back really good, it's still... You don't need to start with a sniper rifle. Anything with you, because you are a sniper?
Yes, he is right about the sniper rifles. Most sniper rifles are hard to cock back because the power of it.
The springs, because they're really powerful, because sniper rifles are meant to get longer range than your standard AEG.
And plus, I don't have my sniper with me because I brought my G36C.
He's very specific for German stuff.
Yes. So, my sniper is the SVDS Dragunov, the paratrooper one. Mine, if you just pull it back, you're going to eventually get tired, so you have to get used to cocking it back, mostly.
That all?
Yeah, that's all, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Not enough supplies. I don't know why I put this on, I was just bored.
Safety first.
Safety first, again.
Yes, that's right.
Not enough supplies. Let's say you want to go to a Milsim West event. I've never been. I plan on making one, or American Milsim event, or just any kind of event that lasts more than one day. You might not always have access to charging stations, so you're going to want to bring extra batteries for your guns, in case they run off of battery power. If they run off of like an air tank HPA system, you're going to want to bring maybe a couple extra tanks of air. But I've seen a video on Milsim West, and the guy says that most riflemen who run off HPA usually go through like a half of them bottles in one event, which can last anywhere from like 48 hours to, I believe, 72. I don't know. I know it's at least one. Like usually they're at least 48 hours. Excuse me. Want to bring enough batteries for, like, let's say you got flashlights. You're gonna want to bring extra batteries for those. You're going to want to bring food for those events because they're not always going to provide food. Now, I don't know Milsim West again. They didn't really touch up on this, but I think they have MREs for you to eat. Some people might buy like 3 cases of MREs for their team or their platoon. Don't always rely. That's the word I was looking for, on other people to supply you with stuff. Anything on that?
I'm good about that. I'm good.
Okay. And the last one, number 11, is not proper gear. Okay? It's showing up, like, let's say, it's weird, but let's say you just want to show up in pajamas. Like what I'm wearing. Don't. It will hurt. I haven't done it, but I can go ahead and guarantee it will hurt. Usually, if it's a really hot day, wear a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, and always wear a good pair of boots, or just boots with good ankle support, because you could be running across the field. Let's say you go in a hole, your foot slips in a hole. You don't want to twist your ankle because you have no ankle support. If it's a really hot day, don't wear a hoodie. Don't wear a big puffy jacket because you're gonna get a heat stroke, and I don't want to have to be the one carrying you off the field. Okay, because I don't know how much I can lift. This is just fat. Okay, anything on that?
Same when he said don't wear pajamas, but also don't wear shorts. I mean, if you're gonna wear shorts, it sounds silly to say, but high socks, I mean, sorry for my knees, but like, wear socks that are high, so, and we're like knee
very
pads.
different. We actually show stuff, we're not scared.
Yeah, like, wear high socks, protect your legs. I know it sounds weird and silly to say, buy knee pads, so you're wearing shorts, high socks.
Indeed, buy knee pads. I got a pair, well, this is an elbow pad, but, it's gonna protect your knee because let's say you go down on your knee and you get a rock in the knee, it's gonna hurt.
Yes.
Going back on the supplies, make sure you have the proper mags that fit your gun and you know what you're gonna do. Now these right here for his gun, they're mid caps. They only hold a certain amount. They don't have a wheel on the bottom, and they're only these are only 2. But if this is all he had, sorry for that voice crack. Oh God, that's going on the video.
It's alright.
Oh God, embarrassing.
It's alright.
But that's all. I'm sorry. I've just been talking. My voice is kind of starting to go. But if this is all he had, he's gonna have to be really reloading these a lot.
Yes.
You know, he's gonna have to carry like a couple speed loaders, some extra BBs or something, and it's not gonna go well because, like, let's say every few minutes he's gonna have to stop, crouch down, reload the mags, and all that. That's not gonna go. Guys, sorry that cut out the last time. I run out of time. I'm recording on my phone because I don't got a proper deal, and it just ran out of time.
Yes.
But as I was saying, this will be a part 2, but it's just gonna be really short.
Yes.
I might try to come up with a few stuff just to make it not just be like a 1-minute video just to finish it off. But you're gonna want to have a high cap because you can carry one high cap. More than likely, this one high cap right here carries more than these 2 magazines combined. Okay? And so, in this one, the way the high cap works is it has a wheel on the bottom that feeds the BBs up through the mag, and that's how it has to work. I carry 6 high caps on me, okay? But I'm trying to get some mid caps, and I'm going to carry probably 10 of them on me. That can probably each hold 140 rounds each. These can probably hold 500, 600 rounds in one. So if speed softers, I think, like them, I'm not sure. I'm not a speed softer. I don't really like speed softing, but if you want to do it, hey, go for it.
Yes.
I've had bad experiences with speed softers. They actually bullied me. They wouldn't call their hits when I shot them just because I didn't play speed soft. I'm not going to call out where it happened. I know people's like, well, why mention it then? It's just, you could probably experience the same. Don't quit airsoft just because people want to bully you. They don't call their hits. I don't know. I'll take what. But they don't call their hits, or they just don't play the game right. Don't quit. Don't let that one person ruin your whole day.
Okay. If you love it, do what you want to do. Don't let anyone stop you. If you love it, do it.
Because look, when I was in school, I could tell they were making fun of me because I wanted to play airsoft instead of paintball. They said, well, paintball hurts more. I said it might, but I'm not into paintball because in paintball, you know, some people in paintball, I think they'll wear the whole uniform and stuff, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to risk it staining the uniform, and I have to keep buying uniforms to get the stains out and look good. In airsoft, you know, if you get mud on your uniform, you can wash it out, or you can keep it and add to the aesthetic. It's just, I'm more of an airsoft guy than a paintball guy. Now, don't get me wrong, I've actually wanted to try paintball, just to get a feel for it, but it's not going to be something I do as often as airsoft.
This is airsoft. Okay, I respect your all paintballers. This is airsoft. It's just more realistic. You get to buy gear, dress up, you know.
You can. You don't have to dress up.
You don't have to, but it's more realistic. You get the feel, like, of it, you know? You get the guns and everything. Stuff like that.
Another short clip. Bring some medical supplies, you know.
That's important.
If you need an inhaler, I mean, I don't know. You know, you might have asthma, and tell me that. You might have asthma, and you go in the field and you run, and let's say you start having an asthma attack, but nobody can find your inhaler. You know, that's pretty bad. Bring what you need. Bring some, like, I have a little pack right here that I've done gone over that. Sorry, that's my brother in the back. He's kind of helping. Like, he just came in. See, I got a little bit of medical supplies in here. It's not much. I believe, like most MILSIM events, will require you to have an IFAK kit. It's an individual first aid kit. It's what most U.S. military soldiers wear. It's supposed to help in case of a serious emergency. Like, let's say someone's like really bleeding, busted their head open because they tripped and fell on the asphalt.
Ooh,
it's pretty bad. See, me, I just simply got some gauze. I got a compressed bandage. I even got rubber gloves if needed, you know, just in case if it's a lot of blood. And, you know, I was starting to become a firefighter also. And so one thing that taught me is you don't want to touch other people's blood because you don't know what diseases they might have. I'm not saying you do have a disease. Don't take it as a disrespect if you're hurt and I pull out the rubber gloves. I just don't want to take that risk.
Yes, yes.
I just got some small band-aids for, like, let's say some nicks, cuts, and bruises that you just want to keep covered because there might be a lot of mud out, and you might be one of them guys who's like, I don't want to get mud in my cut. Okay, I am sorry, but this is going to have to be the end of it. But anyways, I just carry a small sewing kit in case if I need to sew something up. But this is going to be a really short video just because they keep cutting out on me. It doesn't give me a warning or anything. But,
Bad
just...
phone.
I'll probably make if I'll get something better in the future. Just the main thing, if you have a buddy that plays airsoft and you want to know, it's really good to go to him because he'll probably know more than anybody probably because most of them big airsofters, you know, YouTube channels, they might tell you to go get a certain specific, but that might not work for you. Just go to your buddy or something. Don't rely on these big airsofters to tell you what to get and what not to do. Okay?
Yes, because they may trick you.
They may. I'm not saying they will.
I'm not. Yeah.
You know, and all that. So, I guess this is Viking Airsoft, and I'm signing off. You?
This is Wolf Sniper _films. I just said Wolf Sniper for short, but yes. See ya.